Everybody, this is Gene Martinson along with Mike Mays, and we are here at Griffith Gymnasium as the Hilltopper boys are going to wrap up the regular season for high school basketball as far as the Hilltoppers are concerned. This is the last night of the regular season for everybody in the state, so this will do it. Hilltoppers right now, Mike, are sitting in a solid third place in the district. So they're already into the quarterfinals of the state tournament. They would be playing either Pojoaque or Moriarty sometime next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyway, these two teams have met before back on September. Actually, let's see, it was on February 3rd when these two teams met down in Pojoaque, and Los Alamos winning that ball game 58-46. So, but I don't know. We have a crazy relationship with Pojoaque, so we never know what to expect. So, what do you think, Mike?
Well, yeah, like you said, it doesn't really matter how the season for either one of these teams is going. The Toppers and the Elks go just butt heads every single time we see them. So a little hard to say. The Elks 2-5, 7-17 overall under Jason Mossman. So they've had a little bit of a rough go of it here in this season, but the Elks do have some talent, and they can put up a fair amount of points. The last time out, Derek Sanchez, he's a junior, and he led the Elks with 21 points. He actually led everybody with 21 points in that contest. However, after Derek Sanchez, there was a significant drop-off in point production for the Elks. Next leading scorer for them, Matthew Gomez, he had 6 points. So does that mean the Elks are a one-man show? I guess we're going to see tonight. Meanwhile, the Toppers had a pretty good production from all facets. Nice game for Nico Garcia, nice game for Elijah Ortiz. But they had plenty of help on the offensive end. So we'll see what happens. Both of these teams would love to get a little bit of momentum going into the district tournament. Pojoaque will play in that first round. The Toppers will play in the second round. So both teams will have a little bit of work to do when they get there, but the Toppers would love to pick up some momentum here. They're 14-11, 4-3, and they have played about as good of basketball as we've seen them play all year, just in the last 2.5 weeks. So the Toppers looking solid, and they would love to get a big victory tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And so right now, Maury Pongratz, the PA voice of Los Alamos, is reading all the necessary requirements before the game. And here is the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that concludes the national anthem, and right now, Maury Pongratz will introduce the teams here. We'll actually introduce the starters. We don't have time to introduce the whole team.
That's right. We got to keep this wagon train moving, Gene.
Yeah, I know. Day's long enough as it is.
It absolutely is.
So,
but
what do you got, Mike, for starters?
All right. So for the Pojoaque Elks, they are coached by Jason Mossman. They come in with a record of 7-17 overall. They will start Derek Sanchez, a 6'1 junior. Matthew Gomez, a 6'3 senior. Tobias Velasquez, a 5'11 junior. DJ Jaramillo, a 6'1 junior. And Andres Terrazas, a 6'4 sophomore. For the Toppers, they come in with a record of 14 wins, 11 losses, and they are 4-3 in district play. They're going to start to Nico Garcia. Nico Garcia is a 6-foot sophomore. Ryan Zeke, a 6-foot senior, going to get the start tonight, as well as Joshua Woodson, a 5'10 senior. Wesley Stanfield, a 5'11 senior. And number 30, Elijah Ortiz, a 6-foot senior. So standard starters for the Toppers tonight, heading into this regular season finale. Pretty good crowd tonight. Boy, it's good to see. We're getting back to it a little bit, maybe a little bit more normalcy, but decent crowd. They actually have pulled the stands on the second row right behind us out. And
they did.
And there's a fair amount of people in there as well. So pretty good crowd tonight.
Yeah, nice crowd, nice turnout. So nothing to do on Saturday night in Los Alamos, I guess. So we're about ready to go, and Ryan Zeke is going to jump up for Los Alamos, and he's going to go up against Matthew Gomez. Ryan controls the tip and gets it over to Elijah Ortiz, and now they'll bring it over on the left wing. Ryan Zeke looking inside. Hilltoppers, a lot of motion right now from Los Alamos. And Wesley Stanfield gets it over to Joshua Woodson. Woodson to Elijah Ortiz. And the Hilltoppers now are going to have to start over as they got a little discombobulated. So everybody moving. Yeah. So sometimes when everybody's moving, I guess it gets a little confusing because now they're going to start again. So we're going to start to run the offense again to get it to Wesley Stanfield. And he just comes around Ryan Zeke. And Zeke just hands it to him, just a handoff from the quarterback. And he just takes it in and lays it in for two. So the Hilltoppers start things off with Wesley Stanfield. And Stanfield with his first 2 points of the ball game and the first 2 points period of the ball game. Out on top, now it comes to Matthew Gomez. Gomez still on the dribble. He's being guarded. The Hilltoppers right now are in a man-to-man defense. Shot taken from the free throw line, a little 15-foot set shot, and that one taken by DJ Jaramillo. Rims around and comes out. Rebound comes down to the Hilltoppers. They get it up to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield will get it to Nico Garcia. Dribbling right now between the circles, that gets the screen, comes around, gets to Wesley Stanfield. 3-point shot by Wesley is off. Rebound comes down to Derek Sanchez of the Pojoaque. He started to go, but he was cut off immediately by Ryan Zeke. So the Hilltoppers playing man-to-man tonight, and they've had a really, really good man-to-man defense. So out on top, dribbling around, Tobias Velasquez trying to figure out what they're going to do right now, just standing around. Pojoaque not really doing anything. Matthew Gomez in a lot of trouble. He finally gets out of it, gets it out to Derek Sanchez, top of the key. Sanchez, boy, nice move by Derek as he makes a little fake to the left, comes right down the right side of the lane, and he's going to be fouled by Ryan Zeke. That's going to be Ryan's first personal and the first team foul, but nice move, Mike, for Derek Sanchez that time.
Got a nice screen right there at the free throw line by Andres Terrazas. And was able to use it well. That opened up the lane a little bit for him, and he was able to take it to the bucket before getting fouled.
So the first shot by Derek is up and in. So the 6'1 junior starts things off for Pojoaque. And he'll shoot one more. 2-1 ball game right now. 2 minutes gone in this first quarter. Eric's second shot is off. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Terrazas, knocked out of his hands. Loose ball picked up by Ryan Zeke. Zeke will get it to Wesley. Stanfield will bring it up for Los Alamos. Comes up to the top of the key, goes to the right wing to Joshua Woodson out on top of Nico Garcia. He shoots from, boy, I'm telling you, he was at least 6 feet away from the 3-point line at the top of the key, and nothing but net for Nico. Wow. But so a 3-point shot taken by Pojoaque. Terrazas with the rebound. Turnaround jumper by Terrazas. Battle for it again. Finally, Wesley Stanfield wins the battle. They're going to get it to Wesley. Hilltoppers with numbers. Here comes Wesley down the floor in a hurry. They get it to Ryan Zeke. Zeke going to dish it off to Nico Garcia. 3-point shot taken by Elijah Ortiz. That is off. But the Hilltoppers momentarily had numbers because Pojoaque was really trying to double team the rebounder for Los Alamos. Comes down to Matthew Gomez inside to Terrazas. And he had an easy layup. Don't get it any easier than that. And so Elijah just reached out and grabbed him by the arm. They're going to call a foul before the shot.
And that was the right call. Elijah, to the extent possible, timed that foul very well.
Yes,
he got it right before the shooting motion started.
Yeah, he certainly did. And Elijah with a big smile on his face at the time. Now we're going to have an offensive foul against the Elcats. That's going to go the Elcats. That's good. The Elks. That's going to go against Derek Sanchez, his first team foul. So the Hilltoppers right now with 2 team fouls. The ball is stolen away. Here comes Derek Sanchez down the floor. The ball got away from him. Then he was run into by his own man, knocked the ball away from him again, but he was finally able to pick it up and recover. And then a little short jumper from the left side, and he dropped it in off the glass for 2. He now has 3 points in the ball game. He has all 3 for Espanola. Hilltoppers get it to Nico Garcia. Garcia with a 3-pointer already. He starts to go in. He's cut off. Out on top, it comes to Joshua Woodson. They'll get it to Woodson in the corner. He's double teamed, comes out. Nico Garcia wide open. 3-point shot. This is off. Here comes Pojoaque. Derek Sanchez quickly down the floor. Fantastic block that time. Two-handed stuff that time by Ryan Zeke. Wow. Derek Sanchez was going to go up, and boy, Derek Sanchez just pushes off against Ryan Zeke. Rick just stands his ground, and then Derek misses the shot.
And Sanchez wanted a foul, but there was contact on both sides of that.
Yeah, there really were.
I don't know that had there been a call, that wouldn't have been on Sanchez again.
Yeah, it might have been. So they get to Nico Garcia coming down the baseline, dishes it out to Ryan Zeke standing in the lane. And so Ryan starts to go up, and he's fouled. And that personal foul will go to Derek Sanchez. That's his second team foul. And at the free throw line is Ryan Zeke. The 6-foot senior puts in the first, and he'll shoot one more.
And for the moment, Jason Mossman going to keep Sanchez in the game.
Yes, we have 4.5 minutes gone into this ball game. Zeke's second shot is off. Rebound comes down to Espanola, and they're going to get it out. They bring it over to Toby Velasquez. Velasquez still on the dribble. Finally gets it over to DJ Aramillo. Aramillo back to Matthew Gomez. Gomez going down the baseline, puts his shot up high in the air to get to a rebound. Wow. Ryan Zeke, boy, did he get off the ground. And down the floor to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield gets it to Nico Garcia over on the right wing, puts the ball on the floor, heads to the basket, pulls up about 8 feet out, and Nico with a nice jump shot off the glass. And so it's an 8-3 ball game. And so right now, Jason Mossman wants a timeout, and he's going to take a 30. So he takes a 30, Mike.
Yeah, and back to that drive there by Garcia coming off the right wing, and that was a great move. Beat his guy off of the dribble and then put in a little teardrop shot. Went off the glass and in. A nice move there by Nico. seen a couple of nice drives so far off the dribble by the Toppers. Wesley Stanfield had a similar move on the left side earlier in this quarter. So Toppers off to the start they wanted here, 8-3. The Elks have had a couple of opportunities, man. They missed some shots from about 8 feet and in, but Los Alamos has had excellent defense up to this point.
We're cutting down the lane and getting the pass. That is Matt. And that is Matt Gomez. Nice pass coming from DJ Aramillo. But Matt will go to the free throw line as a personal foul went to Joshua Woodson. That's going to be his first and the third team foul on Los Alamos. And at the line, Matthew Gomez puts in the first. That makes it an 8-4 ball game. And right now the Pojoaque is, we'll see what he does here. He puts that one in. So they're 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and they have a field goal from Derek Sanchez. Quickly down the floor come the Hilltoppers. They get it to Nico Garcia deep in the left corner. High arching 3-point shot, hits the rim, comes off. Rebound comes down to Derek Sanchez. Sanchez starts to penetrate again. Matthew Gomez gets away with a walk. And long rebound is going to come down to Roland Esch, who is checked into the ball game for Los Alamos. Roland in the corner. I thought he was going to take it to the basket, but he decided to pull up. Joshua Woodson, beautiful move by Joshua Woodson. Wow. Started at the top of the key, and then he just took off down the left side of the lane, and a little floater, as Mike calls it, a teardrop. And boy, in it goes for Joshua Woodson. That was pretty. 10-5. No, here comes a D up. Boy, that drives me nuts. Anyway, so right now, Derek Sanchez is getting a little frustrated. He wanted a foul called on Joshua Woodson. I don't know why. Coming down the baseline on the left side, and then turning around, dishing it back to DJ Aramillo. And Aramillo with a nice little jump shot from about 12 feet out, and he puts it in to make it a 10-7 ball game. Comes down to Roland Esch, and Esch gets, he got, I guess that's Andre Velasquez is 54, isn't he? I mean, Andres Terrazas, yeah. Yeah, we have 55, he's 54, but boy, did Roland made a fake, and boy, I mean, Andres went for it. I mean, big time. Boy, he just went straight up in the air in a hurry, and Roland just went around him, and then Terrazas fouls him as he heads to the basket. So Roland puts in the first, and he's going to shoot one more after this, and he puts that one in. So the Hilltoppers right now 3 for 4 also from the free throw line. And Mark Cleland now has checked into the ball game for Los Alamos, the 6'10" post for the Hilltoppers. Derek Sanchez trying to come down his name, and it gets to Matt Gomez. But Gomez tried to turn around and head down the baseline. Oh my God! And all he did was he got cut off by Mark. There was no contact. There wasn't anything, and they're going to call Mark for the foul. Every chance they get, they call Mark for a foul. Boy, there was no contact at all. Pojoaque inbounds it now to Jeremy Quintana. Just shot blocked, major block that time. And by Roland Esch, they get the ball underneath and head into the basket. Nico Garcia, he lays it in for 2. He now has 7 points in the ball game, had 14 in the previous ball game. Now to Matt Gomez. Gomez pulls up, puts his shot up. Rebound pulled down by Terrazas. Terrazas goes up, and I don't know what he was trying to do, but he hit looked like he was going to shoot a layup, and the ball, and he hit the bottom of the rim. Down on the other end, the Hilltoppers put the shot up. Terrazas gets the rebound, and so quickly down the floor, Pojoaque comes. His 3-point shot is off. Terrazas gets his rebound. His putback is way off. Down the floor come the Hilltoppers at the buzzer. 14-7. Mike, after 1 quarter of play here at Griffith Gymnasium, the Hilltoppers up by 7 over the Pojoaque Elks.
And a good start to this ball game by Los Alamos, doubling up the Elks in that first quarter. Excellent defense, the Topper defense over about the last stretch of the last 3 weeks or so, Gene, is as good as we have seen them play this entire season, and able to get a little bit of offense with that, and a nice dribble penetration, a couple of buckets there for Garcia, a nice take by Woodson, a nice take by Stanfield. So Los Alamos is getting in, and they're getting in against I wouldn't say they're a super tall group, but they're not devoid of height either. Tadasa's a pretty big guy, but he has not been much of a factor on the defensive end, and Los Alamos has taken advantage. They are finding the holes in the lane and getting to the basket. Los Alamos, one thing they want to look at, they have had several wide open 3-point looks and just able to knock down the one, which was actually probably the toughest one they've had so far. So Los Alamos, the perimeter not getting going, but they don't need it right now.
Well, Derek Sanchez got the rebound, and he just shoved Josiah Frescas out of the way. I mean, just pushed him out of the way. I don't understand why they don't call that kind of thing. They pass. They're trying to get the pass inside to Mark Cleveland. It's picked off by Derek Sanchez. He's going to take it down all the way, and he's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. And that personal foul should go to Josiah Frescas. And let's see if that is who they hand it to. You never know. Nope.
No, they're going to give it to Stanfield.
Poor Wesley. He's another one they pick on. So
yeah, excellent. He had excellent defense. He cut off Sanchez very well. Frescas actually came in and tried to kind of undercut Sanchez. I was 100% sure he was getting the foul, but that it was not to be.
Yes. So the first free throw for Derek is in, and he will shoot one more. Right now he has 4 points in the ball game. It's a 14-8 ball game. We have 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. And Sanchez will shoot one more.
Owen Geiger checks into the ball game.
In the ball game right now for Los Alamos, we have Owen Geiger, Mark Cleveland, Wesley Stanfield, Josiah Frescas, and Roland Esch. Second shot is off. Rebound comes down to Roland. Roland's going to bring it up to Owen Geiger. Geiger bounces it off to Roland. Roland was trying to get it inside to Mark Cleveland. He finally decided to take it to the hole himself, puts the shot up, it's short, and then coming down the baseline on the left side, boy, nice move that time. I mean, a power drive by Matt Gomez, and Gomez lays it in for two. He's fouled by Roland Esch, and so he'll try to complete the three-point play as Roland picks up the personal, and for the Hilltoppers, fouls are piling up now. They're up to 6, and Roland, that is his first. So Matt Gomez at the free throw line. It was a 14-7 ball game, and so at the free throw line, Matt Gomez, and he completes the three-point play. Makes it 14-11. Josiah Frescas with it for Los Alamos. Going to get it to Owen Geiger. Geiger at the top of the key brings it over to Wesley Stanfield, just to the left side of the key, down low in the wing. They bring it in now to, and Andres Terraz. Oh, come on. They pass went, Mike, the pass went into Mark Cleveland. Oh, my God. There was no contact whatsoever. All Terrazas did was just bat the ball away.
And that was a lazy pass, James.
Oh, yes, it was. God, unbelievable.
Nothing on it at all. And yeah, Terrazas just bumped it away. He's going to pick up another foul. That was a foul. I think the bulk of the foul actually occurred after the whistle. But
oh my God, it looked like the Golden Gloves out there. Holy mackerel! Terrazas gets the second personal. That is the 5th team foul on Pojoaque. The Hilltoppers, Mark Cleland trying to inbound it, and it's stolen away by Pojoaque. They get it up the floor to Matt Gomez, wide open to the basket, loses the handle, out of bounds.
Toppers caught a break there, but Jane, the Toppers' last 3 passes have not been good at all.
No. 14-11. Hilltoppers up. We have 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Wesley Stanfield in the free throw circle, backs out of the free throw circle over to Gavin Coy. Coy is going to pick up the dribble over to Josiah Frescas. Frescas out to Owen Geiger. Owen wasn't really ready for that. So right now, wow, this game's getting pretty physical. Owen Geiger had to get to the basket. Matt Gomez was all over him. And now we're going to have a personal foul, and that's going to be called against Owen Geiger. Wow.
Okay, that was either one of the latest whistles I've ever seen or something happened after he shot. Because
yeah, I know.
The shot was off, and there was about a 3-4 second gap between that and the whistle.
Yes.
I don't know what they called, but had they called a charge, that was an hour after it happened.
Yes. So they get the ball inside right now into Josh Van Schaik, who has just checked into the ball game. Makes it a 14-13 ball game. We have 2.5 minutes gone, and the Hilltoppers have not scored in this second period. Out it comes to Nico Garcia, who has checked back in for Los Alamos. Brings it now to Josiah Frescas in the corner to Gavin Coy. Nice move down the lane by Gavin. He's clobbered, no call. And so the ball going out of bounds, saved back in by Pojoaque right to Josiah Frescas. He puts up the 3, and he's going to get the old air ball chance.
So in case you don't know where that landed, if you can probably hear what happened as a result of that shot.
And Josiah is going to be called for the reach in, trying to steal the ball away and trying to get to Derek Sanchez. But that is the 8th team foul on Los Alamos, so that's going to be Derek on the free throw line. And he's going to shoot 1-1. And the Hilltopper, he can tie this score and more. He can take the lead, as the Hilltoppers in 3 minutes have not scored in this second quarter. So Derek Sanchez puts it up and in where it's a tie ball game. And he will shoot one more. 14-14. 7-0 run right now for Pojoaque to start the second quarter. Sanchez at the free throw line. And this one rolls around and comes off. Rebound comes down to Gavin Coy. And Coy gets it up to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield quickly up the floor to Joshua Woodson. Woodson over on the left wing brings it out on top to Wesley. Back to Woodson. So the Hilltoppers now just moving the ball very well. Now they get over to Nico Garcia, who slows it up, gets it to Gavin Coy. Coy just heads to the basket. They're going to have they just grab him by the arm. And that person. So Josh Van Schaik gets the personal. That's going to be his first. That is the 6th team foul. Hilltoppers will inbound it on the common foul. The corner goes to Gavin Coy. Coy has bounced it off now to Ryan Zeke. Zeke gets it to Nico Garcia. Garcia coming right down the middle of the lane. Beautiful handoff from Ryan. And the ball just hit the backboard, came up, sat on the front of the rim, trying to decide which way it wanted to fall. And it finally falls through the basket. So that's 9 points now. Steal now by Joshua Woodson. We have a 2-on-1. They're going to get it to Gavin Coy. Coy puts it up and in for Los Alamos. So 4 quick points for Los Alamos, as they had not scored in the first 4 minutes. And then suddenly a quick 4 points for Los Alamos. They go back up by 4. Joshua Woodson. And DJ, he was all over DJ Armillo. Armillo puts the shot up. I don't know. I don't know if he was just trying to draw the foul, but he makes the shots. That's what was crazy, because that wasn't a very good shot. Ryan Zeke's going to take it to the hole and dribbles it off his foot. So
that was unfortunate. Zeke looked like he had a chance to turn the corner there. unfortunately is right off the big toe and out of bounds.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't one of those ones where it just kind of hits your foot and rolls. That thing hit his foot and hit the wall.
Yeah, that thing took off like a shot.
So, and Matt Gomez going to the hole, puts it up, and he's going to be fouled. And so let's see what they're going to hand this one to. It's going to go to Nico Garcia, his first 9th team foul.
Am I crazy, Gene? You know, there's 9 team fouls on the toppers. I don't have anybody with 2. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're right. You're exactly right. Yeah, we have 9 players with 1 foul. Unbelievable. So Gomez at the free throw line shooting 2, and he misses the first. And puts in the second. That makes it an 18-17 ball game. And now the Hilltoppers.
I think they're going to get called for throwing the ball in bounds. I don't think the player throwing it in was standing completely out of bounds.
Yeah, maybe
to
so.
Get a foot inside.
Yeah, because they bring the. So, yeah, because they bring the ball back. I thought Salamos inbounded, and they blew the whistle, and they kind of stood around for a minute, and then they all went back under the basket and gave the ball to Pojoaque. So I think Mike is exactly right. And then Pojoaque, they get it inside to Derek Sanchez. Sanchez is fouled by Ryan Zeke. That's Ryan's second personal. That's the 10th team foul. And so right now, Sanchez at the free throw line. And he's spent a lot of time at that free throw line. Puts in the first.
He's a perfect 50% right now, so
yes,
he should miss this one.
Yes. So this one is off. Rebound. Good call. Gavin Coy chases down the rebound. Gets it up the floor to Joshua Woodson. Woodson over to Elijah Ortiz on the left corner. Out on top to Nico Garcia. On the dribble right now, Nico goes behind his back, loses the handle momentarily, gets it to Elijah Ortiz in the corner on the left side. Here comes Ryan Zeke. Boy, nice move by Ryan, up and in. So he just penetrated the basket and then just let it fly from about 3 or 4 feet out. And nice shot, rimmed around forever and then dropped in. He now has 3 points in the ball game. Hilltoppers are back up by 2. The pass comes to DJ Armijo. Over to Derek Sanchez. Sanchez wants to penetrate, puts up a little 15-foot shot. Rebound is going to come down to DJ Armijo. His shot rolls around and drops in. So DJ Armijo gets his 6th point and makes it a 20-20 ball game. 2:05 to go here in this second period. Ryan Zeke, 3-point shot. Or that's Gavin Coy. Let me correct that. And quickly down the floor, here they come. And we're going to have a dribbling violation, not a double dribble, but palming is going to go against Pojoaque. Gavin Coy checks out of the ball game. So right now we have Ryan Zeke and Roland Esch and Elijah Ortiz, Nico Garcia, and Joshua Woodson in the ball game. 20-20 ball game right now. Nico Garcia trying to come down the baseline, dishes it off to Roland, and Roland, all he has to do is just goes and lays it over the front of the rim. He got bumped, but boy, you don't move Roland Esch. I guarantee you. So Roland then puts it in for 2. He gives him 4 points in the ball game, and he's going to shoot. Attempt to complete this, the old-fashioned 3-point play. And that's exactly what he doesn't. I thought that was in.
A little flat free throw. I mean, we're not used to seeing that out of the top or big.
No, not at all. Too much. Usually way too much arch. Derek Sanchez gets away with a walk, but he loses a handle on the ball. Picked up by Roland Esch. He dishes it out over to Joshua Woodson. Woodson pulls up at the top of the key, dribbles over into all the way into the left wing, then hands the ball to Elijah Ortiz. Here comes Nico. Nico's bumped and puts up the 3-point shot.
Whoa.
Wow. He got bumped pretty good by Derek Sanchez, and he just kind of stepped back and put up the 3-pointer. And boy, let's see, he had 12 points in the ball game right now. He had 14 in the original ball game. Whoa.
Oh,
whoa.
brother.
Whoa. Holy mackerel. Tobias Velasquez trying to set a screen for, I think, Derek Sanchez. And boy, he just, who was that he leveled? Was that
was Woodson, I believe.
I mean, he just flat shoved him down. I mean, no two ways about it. They should have called that an intentional foul. And so now trying to steal the ball back is Tobias Velasquez. But boy, I mean, this game has gotten pretty physical. And Pojoaque has come to, I mean, they've been very physical in this ball game from the start. But boy, that was just a flagrant foul. Got to move him back. The referee's trying to give Joshua Wood some room to throw the ball in. It's just trying to move the soccer wall up that's supposed to be 10 foot back, and they go back about 6 inches at a time. Joshua Woodson going to put it up off the glass. That's off. Rebound down to Matt Gomez down the floor. Long pass comes down to Velasquez. Velasquez loses the handle, but is able to get it back and get the shot up. Battle for the ball, and it comes down. Major battle underneath for the Hilltoppers. And Roland Esch, I mean, Roland was not a happy camper, and boy, he wheeled around, and boy, did he give the stare down to Solomon Sanchez, and then Solomon just completely de-escalated the whole thing by just tapping him on the shoulder. A nice little friendly tap. So
but that was a great battle, but boy, they are letting them play down low.
Oh God, unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't even keep up with all the, I mean, it was just battle. And so Roland Esch is the line. Nobody on the line for Los Alamos as the Hilltoppers. Roland's going to shoot a 1-and-1. I don't understand. We had nobody underneath. Nobody on the lane at all.
That didn't make any sense at all.
On a 1-and-1, so Derek Sanchez is going to take it to the hole, puts up a wild shot, but he'll go to the free throw line. Yeah, that was weird. Roland is shooting a 1-and-1, and we just pulled everybody off the lane. 6.6 seconds to go here in this first half. Hilltoppers up by 5, 25-20, but at the free throw line is going to be Derek Sanchez, who's been at the free throw line all night long. So that personal foul, let's see, you went to, Owen Geiger. Geiger picks up his second personal. Sanchez at the free throw line puts that one in.
So the second one here has absolutely no chance whatsoever, Gene. None. I don't even know why he's bothering to shoot. Yeah, he might as well just hit it off the iron and try to get his own rebound.
Yeah, he's been 1 for 2 on every trip. And
look at that.
Yeah, we unjinxed him.
Yeah.
6.6 seconds to go in the half. It's a 25-22 ball game. And what's interesting, Mike, is that next week of the district tournament, the Hilltoppers are probably going to meet Pojoaque again. So Josiah Frescas puts a shot up with the buzzer, and that'll do it. 25-22, the Hilltoppers up over Pojoaque. As Pojoaque wins that quarter, Hilltoppers put in 11, and Pojoaque puts in 15. And they cut that 7-point lead down to 3. But it's been a very, very physical game. I mean, very physical. And the officials generally are letting them play. I can't believe, I don't understand is that they'll let them just clobber each other and push each other around. Push, like a dribbler will just shove the defender away. But then all of a sudden you have those little ticky tacks like they called on Terrazas and on Mark Cleland. I mean, there was no contact whatsoever. But then we did have the play that time with Tobias Velasquez. That, boy, he just, I mean, it was just a WWF takedown. And so anyway, Mike, 25-22 here with after one half of play. And so Derek Sanchez says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have him for 8 points and 6 of 8 from the, let's see, and from the free throw line, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have him for 6 for 10. And so
yes,
so
that
8.
is correct. So just that second free throw that he had right at the end of the quarter, that put him over the 50% mark for the ball game.
And then Matt Gomez has 7 points, Mike, and he had 5 free throws. So they've shot a few free throws in that first half of play.
Yeah, both teams able to get to the line. The Toppers actually had a couple of opportunities as well in that second quarter, but 0 for 2 from the line, including missing the front end of a 1-and-1. 25-22 here, and this regular season finale here at Griffith Gymnasium. Gene is trying to wave off just the torrent of T-shirts being thrown at him.
I know, it's being pummeled right and left.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't do that. You know, give somebody else a chance to get a T-shirt.
They don't even look at us.
No, they were clear across the other side. I think they were pretty much just giving them to their friends and family. They didn't even. I didn't see one of those T-shirts go more than about 5 feet. So, in any event, we got nothing. We got nothing. Well, you know, but we made out like bandits on senior night. You know, we just, you know, we had to rent a U-Haul. We couldn't bring all the stuff home. You know, just in our cars. So, you know, it evens out.
Yes, it does.
It evens out. But Toppers, excellent defense in that first quarter. And Pojoaque couldn't get much going. Got a little bit more in the second quarter. A lot of that was off of pretty good dribble penetration and then getting to the foul line. Derek Sanchez, the beneficiary of a lot of that. And he finished with 8 points for the Elks in that first half and 6 points each for Matthew Gomez and DJ Hadami. Only 4 Pojoaque Valley Elks getting into the scoring column in that first half. For Los Alamos, they were led by Nico Garcia. He had 12 points, a couple of 3-pointers. He's actually hit the only 2 3-pointers in this ball game and a couple of nice takes as well. And that's what we saw earlier in this ball game. The Toppers able to penetrate into the lane and get right to the bucket. And they had a lot of success with that in the first quarter. The Elks actually tightened up quite a bit in the second quarter. There wasn't those wide open lanes that we saw earlier. Interestingly, that seemed to get a lot better for the Elks after Andres Terrazas picked up his 3rd foul. And you would think, you know, with a wide body like him inside, that's what you'd want to do to try to stop that dribble penetration. But it was after he picked up that 3rd foul that really kind of that defense really kind of got going there for the Elks. But in any event, Garcia with 12 points. He is far and away the leader of the game. And on the Hilltoppers, Roland Esch had 4 and 3 points for Ryan Zeke, 2 for Wesley Stanfield, Joshua Woodson, and Gavin Coy. And interestingly, for Woodson, Stanfield, and Coy, those were all on dribble penetrations toward the basket. So 25-22 for is the lead for Los Alamos. About 5 minutes left before the start of the second half. And boy, it's nice to see. We're just looking around at the crowd. Now, Los Alamos apparently, at least at events, you have to have your mask on, which is a little bit unusual, actually. So but everybody seems to be compliant with that. But this is, I think, is easily the best crowd we've seen this entire season. So it's very, very good to see.
But the thing that's interesting is the players aren't wearing masks, which is nice. So they don't have to go run up and down the floor with those crazy masks on. But
yeah, that is tough. That is tough. Tough to do. I've been going to the gym or trying to go to the gym and with a mask on, and that's tough. And I don't go nearly as hard as these guys do. So that has got to be a pretty good trick to play a full basketball game with a mask. But in any event, Gene, with about 4 minutes left, we just want to tell everybody that you are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post broadcast of Hilltopper Sports, Hilltopper Boys Basketball tonight. And we want to thank Carol Clark and the Daily Post for getting us back on the air. We really do appreciate it. And we thank you for listening in on the Daily Post YouTube channel. And of course, we want to thank our sponsors, the Los Alamos County Fire Department and the Los Alamos Police Department. They are our big sponsors. And of course, they are our fantastic first responders here in Los Alamos County. We very much appreciate everything they do, being on the front line the way they are and keeping the community safe. So thank you very much, cops and fire guys, for everything you do. So as we get closer here, and it looks like actually, Gene, even more normalcy, the snack bar is open tonight, and I didn't realize that. It has not been open, I think, all season up until this evening, which well, they better cash in today, because they got there isn't a whole lot of games left here at Griffith Gymnasium. I don't think there's no more than 2, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it's a shame too, because the concession stand is run by different athletic teams, and so it'll be baseball, swimming, whatever, but they just haven't been able to do that this year. Just like Mike says, they've just kept the concession stand closed, and people are allowed to bring food in from outside, drink food and drinks, but they have to go stand up in the balcony to eat the stuff. You're not allowed to bring it inside the gym proper. So anyway, and I had a friend who brought stuff to eat, and then went and sat down in the balcony. Bleachers were out on one side. Went down and sat down to eat, and they told him, "You can't eat here. You have to go stand up on the other balcony." So I don't know, crazy rules, but anyway.
Well, hopefully we are moving a little bit past that, and we get back to regular sports action and regular fan action and everything, and that would be good to see. We were in Pojoaque last night for the girls' game, Gene, and pretty good crowd there for the girls. And that's the thing about the Elks and the Elkettes; they travel very well. There is a fair contingent of Pojoaque fans here tonight, cheering on the Elks, and I think you probably heard them a couple of times. They're very boisterous, and if you miss a shot, they will let you know that you in fact missed a shot. They're not shy about that. But this has always been a great rivalry between Los Alamos and Pojoaque. Very competitive, very hard nosed, and you just pick your sport. But that's always been the way it is. But this is a very, very respectful rivalry. These two teams have a lot of respect for each other. These two schools do, especially on the girls' side. The girls have always, they're very competitive. They love to beat each other, but you rarely see any kind of funny business on either side. So
there's a lot of friends too between the Hilltopper girls and the Pojoaque girls, and so anyway, about ready to go here, but quickly the The Elks came up with 6 field goals and no 3-pointers. They went to the free throw line 15 times and converted 10. They had 17 fouls called on them. The Hilltoppers had 10 field goals. 2 of those were 3-pointers by Nico Garcia. Hilltoppers only went to the line 5 times, and they converted 3, and they had 10 team fouls called on Los Alamos. Ready to go. And they're going to bring the ball in now to Joshua Woodson. The starting lineup is just the same starting lineup that started the ball game. So coming out here, Joshua Woodson over on the left wing gets it to Wesley Stanfield, top of the key. Stanfield back over to Nico. He's going to take it to the hole. And he just, holy mackerel. Somebody grabbed him by the jaw. If he'd had a helmet on, it would have been a face mask.
Yeah, that's penalty. A 15-yard penalty right there.
So anyway, the personal foul ends up going to Tobias Velasquez, and then Nico at the free throw line. And Nico will, after he drops in the first, he will now shoot another. So that makes it 26-22. Second shot is off. Rebound comes down to Pojoaque. They'll hand it now to Tobias Velasquez, and Velasquez will bring it across the timeline. Just underway here in this half number 2. Derek Sanchez going down the lane, and he trying to put the shot up, but anyway, gets batted away from him, comes right to Matt Gomez, and then Gomez is fouled by Joshua Woodson trying to steal the ball away. And so that's Woodson's first team foul of this half. And Milwaukee will inbound it under their own basket. They get it into Derek Sanchez. Sanchez is going to put the shot up. Nice move by Derek to the basket. He now has 10 points in the ball game, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Wow, did you see how high he went up to get that inbound throw? That was a jump.
It certainly was. When they lobbed it in, I was waiting for who's the tall guy that's going to get that. So it comes to Nico Garcia. Nico at the top of the key gets it to Wesley, starts to go with the 3, decides not to, gets it to Joshua Woodson. Woodson now over to Ryan Zeke. Boy, power move. I mean, power move by Ryan Zeke. Wow. I mean, there was no stopping him. He got that ball in the wing, and boy, he just took a beeline to that basket. 28-24. Hilltoppers now up by 4. Derek Sanchez trying to do the same thing that Ryan did, and his shot is off. Rebound comes down to Wesley Stanfield, high in the air to get the ball. And so Wesley's going to bring it over to Nico Garcia. Garcia pulls up, gets to Joshua Woodson, 3-point shot from way out. That's off. Rebound comes down to DJ Aramijo. He'll get it up to Tobias Velasquez, who will bring it up for Pojoaque. Elias gets a screen, but now Matt Gomez cutting across. And we're going to have a reach-in foul go to Josh Woodson, and an actual reach-in foul as he reached in there trying to get that ball out. And that's his third personal, and that's the second team foul of this half. So Owen Geiger will come in. He'll replace Joshua.
And that was not a good foul there by Joshua.
No, not at all. So they bring it out on top to DJ Aramijo. He gets it to Derek Sanchez. Sanchez gets a screen. Hilltoppers switch. Ryan Zeke picks him up as he tries to go up against Elijah Ortiz. Ortiz just bats it into the wall. So it's going to be they'll be out of bounds by the Hilltoppers, and they'll bring it in now to Matt Gomez. Gomez out on top to Tobias Velasquez. Velasquez puts the ball on the floor. Back to Gomez. Matt he was trying to flip the ball off to DJ Aramijo, and it tipped out of bounds by the Hilltoppers. So they will inbound it right in front of the Pojoaque bench. And Matt Gomez is going to bring it into Derek Sanchez. And Sanchez is called for a push-off, and that's a good call.
Wow, and that is his third. Yeah, no, he put a forearm right into the chest of one of the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I think it was Wesley Stanfield. He just shoved him out of the way.
And Sanchez has been doing that quite a bit. That was that was slightly more egregious than some of the other ones we've seen that weren't called, but he's been doing that all night.
And they get it in the corner to Nico Garcia, and that's his third three-pointer of the ball game. And he now has 15 points, and it's a 7-point lead for Los Alamos with 5:15 to go here in the third quarter. Derek Sanchez, three-point shot. Long rebound comes to Owen Geiger. Geiger will hand it to Wesley Stanfield. Cross the timeline for Los Alamos. Now just dribbling out near the half-court circle. And right now.
We taking air out of the ball here, Chief?
I don't know what he's doing. Stood out there forever. But right now, Pojoaque in a. See, what are we going to have call here? We're going to have a timeout. So Pojoaque also in a man-to-man defense. Most of the defenses we've been seeing are matchup zones, but we've seen a lot of teams going to the man-to-man lately. And so a timeout taken by Los Alamos, and that's going to be their first timeout as they took a 30. And so each team with 4 timeouts left. But
sorry, Gene. Interesting. Going back to your point about the man-to-man defense, that has been the teams that use it have recently been very, very effective in using it. And Los Alamos has actually, I think, gone almost to a base man-to-man defense, and they'll drop into zone occasionally, but the Toppers have really, been really kind of that's their go-to defense in the last probably couple of weeks, and it's been very effective.
Yeah, they've had a pretty solid defense. They bring it now to Ryan Zeke over on the left wing. Ryan is double teamed, and he gets away from it. Now Ryan's just going to take it to the hole, wide open layup. He puts it up, didn't put it up hard enough. Down the floor comes Tobias Velasquez. We're going to have a personal foul go to one of the Hilltoppers. That's going to be Wesley Stanfield. That'll be his second. And that'll be the third team foul of this half. So it'll be out of bounds to Pojoaque under their own basket. Common foul. Inside it comes, shot taken, but by Derek Sanchez, he almost scooped that thing off the top of the rim. Now we're going to have a traveling violation. That's going to go against Matt Gomez, but the shot was missed. But my God, Derek Sanchez, he was up above the rim when he grabbed that ball. So Hilltoppers get it back on the turnover, 31-24 right now. They try to pass it into Roland Dash. It's picked off. Up to Sanchez it comes. Sanchez shoves off again. And now he's going to take it to the hole as he misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Tobias Velasquez. He gets it to Matt Gomez over in the corner. 3-point shot by DJ Armillo. That's way off. Rebound again. This one is won by Derek Sanchez. Sanchez's shot is blocked by Ryan Zeke. Loose ball picked up by Matt Gomez. And finally, they blow a whistle. And so Owen Geiger picks up his third personal. Poor Owen. They're picking on him here tonight. So they inbound it to Derek Sanchez. In the corner, it comes now to Matt Gomez. Gomez gets away with a walk. Shot goes up. Roland Dash going for the rebound. They're going to call him for going over the back because getting good position on him that time was Josh Von Schaik. And so that is going to be Roland's second personal, but that is the 15th foul on Los Alamos already.
Boy, the Toppers are piling up the fouls tonight.
Yeah.
And nobody in any serious foul trouble except for Geiger, who has had probably the least physical fouls, I think, out of anybody on this court.
Yeah, shot taken by Pojoaque is off. Rebound comes down, the Hilltoppers down the floor. You get it to Roland Dash, who gets it to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield goes up, lays it off the glass, rolls around, comes off the front of the rim. He got robbed. Tobias Velasquez going to get it to Matt Gomez. Gomez has the ball knocked out of his hands by Rowan Geiger. He got nothing but ball. And now he's picked up his fourth personal. And that is the 16th foul on Los Alamos. So Owen's going to have to come out of the ball game. So Owen comes out along with Ryan Zeke, and Mark Cleveland checks into the ball game along with Josiah Frescas. 2:56 to go in the third quarter. It's a 7-point ball game. They bounce it into Tobias Velasquez. His shot is off. Rebound comes down to Derek Sanchez out on top. 3-point shot by Velasquez. That's going to be an air ball. And we have two players hit the floor, nothing called. And then the pass up the floor by Roland Dash is tipped. And a loose ball chased down by Derek Sanchez.
I don't know who Roland was throwing to. There was nobody there.
Yeah, there wasn't. So now coming down the baseline on the right side with DJ Armijo, and he has a ball knocked out of bounds. But I don't know what happened. Two players, both one from each team, both of them just slammed to the floor. Both of them knocked down. Nothing called.
Yeah, I didn't see what had happened. It was away from the ball. I wonder if they just didn't get their feet tangled or something.
Yeah, whatever. But these officials are making some strange calls.
We got something away from the ball again, and that's going to go to
Derek Sanchez pushing off on Nico, I guess, huh?
And that is Derek's fourth foul. He's going to check out. 2:23 left. And boy, neither one of these teams is getting much going here in the last 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, we have a timeout taken. This one is probably going to be taken by Espanola. Let's see. Yeah, we get the indication here. Los Alamos takes a 30.
So Toppers have 3 left. The Elks have just used 130, which they used in the first half. So they'll have 4 timeouts.
Well, that last foul was weird because everybody was down the floor. I mean, the Hilltoppers had the ball, and then everybody was practically across the timeline. The only ones back there were Nico Garcia and I think let's see, Joshua Wood. I guess Josiah Frescas were the only 2 back there, I think. Anyway, for some reason, all of a sudden they blew the whistle, and it was all the way over in the corner on the other end of the basket, on the other end. So it was on the Pojoaque side, and everybody was down toward the Los Alamos side. And all of a sudden, they called Sanchez for a foul. So I don't know whether we have had situations where, I mean, really real situations where, well, let's see, they're going to get the ball into Mark Cleveland. So Cleveland. So forget all that. So Cleveland lays it in for 2.
We got a whistle.
Oh, we're going to have a warning, huh? Leave the ball alone. So I'm pretty sure that's the warning. The ball comes through the basket. It's the offensive or the team shooting not allowed to grab it. And as it comes through the net, they got to leave it alone because it cuts off the fast break of the other team. Now we're going to have a foul away from the ball again, it looks like.
Wow.
And this one's going to go to, it looks like Josh Von Schaik. And that's his 3rd personal. That is the 4th team foul.
Wow, the last 2 fouls on the Elk could not have been further away from the ball than they were.
They're clear on the other end of the floor. Comes now to Nico Garcia. I thought he was going to put up the 3. Inside it goes to Roland Essex, wide open. Boy, great pass by Nico, but Roland was wide open. All he had to do was turn around and lay it in.
And the Elks didn't call a timeout here, but back to that play. Nico had the ball in the corner, and obviously it went through his mind to take that 3.
Yes, he certainly did.
Didn't have a great look, however. Thought better of it and took the extra dribble to his left. And that ended up attracting the attention of the Pojoaque defense, and they left Roland wide open 2 feet from the basket, and a great pass into him from Nico Garcia. What a night Nico is having tonight. And just a great entry pass, and it doesn't get a whole lot easier than that.
Yeah, 15 points for Nico right now at 14 in the first ball game. Nico and Elijah Ortiz, who had 13. He had 3 3-pointers. Elijah hardly got he had no points tonight. He's hardly had a chance to even shoot. But
the Elks already out on the floor. There's still 20 seconds, 15 seconds now left in this timeout. So I guess Jason Mossman, he said his piece, like, now be gone from my sight.
I know it.
A pox on thee.
I love you guys. So anyway, so they inbound it now down by 11, and comes over out on top now, pulling up on inside the free throw lane, putting the shot up long. Rebound comes down to Nico Garcia, and that was Jeremy Quintana. Skip pass across to Gavin Coy. He tries to bounce it inside to Roland Esch. The pass is easily picked off by DJ Aramillo. And now we're going to have a foul go to the Hilltoppers. And that one is going to go to, I think, to 24. Yeah, okay, Gavin Coy. So that's Coy's first personal. I have him for, but that's the 7th team foul now. So at the free throw line will be DJ Aramillo at 6 points in the ball game, and this will be his first trip to the free throw line.
And go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry, Jane. We got an interesting situation here. The Elks really have, and well, I was going to say they've really only been able to stay in this ball game up to this point because of they're getting to the foul line, and now the Toppers are in danger of putting them into the 2-shot bonus coming up very, very quickly.
Shot taken by the Hilltoppers is off. Matt Gomez takes it down, puts it up. Rebound is he's had 3 players for Los Alamos going for the rebound. It finally comes down to Nico Garcia underneath a Roland Esch. Wow, what a pass from Josiah Frescas, the freshman. And almost an alley-oop to Roland Esch.
That was neat.
That was pretty neat. So he just saw Roland there on the side by the side of the basket, and he just lobbed it up. Roland just put it in with a nice little shot. Now the Hilltoppers coming down the floor. I thought they were going to fast break, that they decide to pull up on the missed shot by Pojoaque. Josiah Frescas with it, gets a screen from Roland Esch and dips it off and dishes it off to Roland, and Roland takes to the basket, puts it up with the left hand, and he's fouled. So that's pretty. He gets the screen, goes around the screen, so they drop on him, and then Roland rolls off the screen, and he hits him as he comes down the left side of the lane. So Roland at the free throw line, and so he's going to shoot 2, misses the first. That personal foul, by the way, went to DJ Aramillo. That's his second. That is the 5th team foul on Pojoaque. And Roland at the free throw line. Hilltoppers up by 13. And Roland misses the second one. He's usually a better free throw shooter than that. As we come down to 5 seconds in this contest. And so trying to get the ball off.
Whoa!
Whoa! Wow. I mean, you talk about rejection city. Started to put that shot up at the buzzer. And boy, Mark Cleland. I mean, he literally whacked it into the bleachers.
Yeah, I was in the second row. Wow, that was a huge block there right at the buzzer by Cleland. 37-24 in favor of the Hilltoppers, but what a quarter for them. Got the offense they needed to. A nice couple of baskets by Roland Esch. Got some great entry passes in that quarter as well. Nice 3-pointer by Nico Garcia. Garcia having a heck of a game tonight, and then 1 field goal by the Elks, and that was it for their offense. And the Elks had a couple of open looks about the last minute and a half of that quarter. Elks can't hit anything right now.
No, No, they cannot. And so they had one field goal, and they had shot one free throw and missed that. So right now they have 7 field goals in the contest, and they are 10 for 16 from the free throw line so far.
37-24. So the Toppers not exactly piling it on offense either. But, another big block there by Cleland.
Down the floor comes the Roland Dash. He's going to take it to the hole.
Oh, my goodness. What a move there by Roland Dash leading the break. And Esch does not look like a guy that runs very well, but he was leading that like Scottie Pippen or something.
And a slamma-jamma from Mark Cleland. Whoa. And the crowd loves it. The student section going crazy. And they're all patting themselves on the head. I don't know what that means, but anyway,
I don't know.
But Mark Cleland, he was fouled. So Mark is going to go to the free throw line. And
well, this is automatic right here. Automatic free throw.
So Mark.
Oh man, I can't believe he couldn't make that.
Oh no, he always makes them. So the 3-point play, and so Roland Dash with 10 points in the ball game now, and Derek Sanchez has checked back into the ball game, playing with 4 personal fouls, and he cans a 3-pointer to start things off, and he has the only 2 field goals of the entire second half.
Well, Jason Mossman obviously doesn't have time to waste. He's got to gamble putting Sanchez back in there because he's about their lone offense right now.
Yeah, so it's 41-27. They just call Stanley. So Wesley Stanfield gets called for the traveling violation, and coming down the left side, Mario Barros. And so Joshua Frescas, Josiah Frescas, sorry. The 3-point shot barely misses it. They get it to Matt Gomez. Gomez goes up against Cleland. Cleland, he whacks it again. And then Matt goes down, but Matt will go to the free throw line. And Mark is going to pick up his second personal. But Matt Gomez at the free throw line has 7 points in the ball game. Now make it 8. And he'll shoot one more.
And one of the officials, there's something he doesn't like going on the floor. I guess he's going to let it go. But he was talking to Jason Mossman about something that he was not crazy about.
So the rebound, the second shot is missed. Andre Terrazas gets the rebound, gets it to Derek Sanchez. Sanchez tries to get it to Matt Gomez in the corner, overthrows him. 6:19 to go. Hilltoppers up by 13 right now, 41-28. Biggest lead has been 15 for the Hilltoppers. Josiah Frescas takes it up, puts it up, shots off, battle for the rebound. Let's see. And
whoa. Oh. Josiah went down hard. He looks like he's okay, but he actually landed in the bleachers.
Yes.
And
the Hilltoppers were trying to get to the ball before it went out of bounds, but they couldn't get to it. So,
but a couple of quick shots there in the last 2 possessions by Los Alamos. A little bit rushed. They definitely don't need to rush anything right now.
No, they do not. 6 minutes to go. They're going to bring the ball. 3-point shot off the glass.
Brother.
Off the glass by Mario Barros. His first 3 points of the ball game. Makes it a 10-point ball game.
Just like you drew it up.
Wesley Stanfield on the dribble gets it to Nico. Nico, a little floater. This is off. Rebound comes down to Mario Barros. Barros up to Derek Sanchez. Pass up the floor. And that is knocked out of bounds by Wesley Stanfield.
Why are the Toppers in such a darn hurry on the offensive end?
I don't understand it either. I mean, they could just take their time, work for a good shot. It's a 10-point ball game. Roland Esch, Derek Sanchez puts it up. That's off. Nico Garcia with the rebound. We have 5:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Joshua Woodson out on top with it right now. And I mean, he's really being pressured by Jeremy Quintana. Now the Hilltoppers are taking their time. Wesley Stanfield with it. Stanfield tries to get it underneath to Roland Esch. Bad pass. He just threw it right to Matt Gomez. Gomez puts his shot up. And a left-handed layup, rolls around and drops off, comes right to Mark Cleland. Underneath to Cleland, and he just dishes it off to Roland. And Roland puts it, whoa! It didn't drop. Laid up there forever and then didn't drop. But Roland will go to the free throw line with 4:43 to go. And that personal foul is going to go to Jeremy Quintana. That'll be his first, 7th team foul. Roland Esch at the free throw line shooting 2. So Roland Roland puts in the first, puts in the second.
Got it for 12 points now. Nice shot there by,
you're exactly
by
right.
Roland.
Yes.
And he made the classic mistake, Gene. He should have missed that second shot because he was being subbed out for.
Uh-oh. Somebody should have warned him. His parents should have hollered at him or something.
You can't do that.
Don't make it. They're pulling you out of the ball game. Mario Barros has his pocket picked by Wesley Stanfield. And Barros, typical situation. You get the ball stolen, you're going to steal it back regardless. Nobody's going to steal the ball from me. I mean, that's the typical reaction. And it happens every time. Usually somebody steals a ball like that, picks their pocket, and then right away there's a foul trying to get the ball back. So that personal foul will go to Mario Barros. That's going to be his second. And that is the 8th team foul. And Wesley Stanfield at the free throw line shooting 1-1. And so Wesley have one more. That's only his 3rd point of the ball game, but he's had a whale of a game. And cans them both. Hilltoppers go back up by 14, 45-31 with 4.5 minutes to go. Mario Barros going to get it to Derek Sanchez. Sanchez shoots the 3. Long rebound. Wesley Stanfield, high in the air to get the ball. He's immediately tied up by Mario Barros. The possession goes to Los Alamos.
Wesley is having an excellent rebounding game, and he's had a couple of nice passes too. So he is having a very, very solid game. And, let's see. Toppers here. Last couple of possessions have actually tried to slow things down. You saw after the last Derek Sanchez missed shot. I'll get back to that in a second.
Well, I don't know whether Derek was trying to stuff it or what, but he went up for an easy layup after a steal by Pojoaque. Joshua Woodson heading to the basket, but after the steal by Pojoaque, they got it to Derek Sanchez, who was a breakaway. He was wide open down the floor all by himself, and he went up, and it looked like he was trying to jam it, and he just hit the. He went up high in the air and then just whacked it off the front of the rim. But then we had a trailer. Who was that trailer?
That was Mario Barros. Actually got the rebound and was able to put it back. But yeah, what it looked like, I think Derek, that's exactly what he was doing, but ended up taking an extra step, and I think he lost a lot of his momentum heading up.
Yeah, he really did, because he can jump that high easily. So at the free throw line, Joshua Woodson makes it now 47-33 with 3.5 minutes to go. DJ Aramillo gets it to Matt Gomez. Gomez to Terrazas. Andres trying to find somebody. Gets it to Mario Barros. And right now we're having Joshua Woodson and Matt Gomez with a shoving match. And I guess they're going to call Joshua for this one. Yep.
That's your classic hand check, and that's going to be Josh's fourth.
Yes. And that is the 9th team foul on Los Alamos. Matt Gomez will go to the free throw line. This one's off. Rebound comes down to Wesley Stanfield. We're going to have a reach-in foul right away. That's, I think, is going to go to Terrazas. Yes, it is. So Andres Terrazas picks up his 3rd personal, and that's the 10th team foul. So they're going to send Wesley Stanfield to the free throw line, and he's going to shoot 2, and we're putting nobody on the line once again.
Oh, no, there they go.
Now they come. So Wesley was just there and can 2. He'll shoot 2 now. The Hilltoppers in the double bonus. So Wesley ready. 14-point lead for Los Alamos. Los Alamos right now sitting in a solid 3rd place in district. They can't go up and they can't go down as a result of this game, win or lose. And so they're in the quarterfinals. Wesley Stanfield 1 for 2 from the line.
Oh, Woodson comes up with a rebound. And Ortiz knocks it in from downtown. Elijah Ortiz just to the right of the top of the key, knocks down a 3. And that was, wow, this is the first 3 of the ball game. Yes. 51-33, but Woodson coming down with the rebound. Not a big guy, and he was the only topper on that side of the court.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know. Fantastic. And then he gets it to Elijah, who's had 13 points in the first game and 3 3-pointers, but that's his first 3-pointer tonight. Derek Sanchez will go to the free throw line. As that personal foul went to Ryan Zeke, his 3rd. That is the 10th team foul on Los Alamos. So each team with 10 team fouls. So they're both in the double bonus. And then Derek Sanchez puts in the first. He'll shoot 1 more. He has 14 points in the ball game. I think he had 21 in the first game. And so give him 15 points. 3 minutes to go. Underneath to a wide open Elijah Ortiz, and he decided not to take the layup. Over in the corner now to Joshua Woodson. Woodson tries to get it underneath to Nico Garcia. He's in all kinds of traffic, and so he finally the ball gets knocked loose. He tries to pick it up, and he loses it out of bounds.
They immediately triple teamed him right under the basket.
I don't know why Elijah didn't take the layup. He was wide open. Well, we're going to have a ticky-tack foul here. It's going to go against, well, I thought it was going to go against Joshua, but
it's going to
go to Gavin Coy.
But no, Joshua was right there, and I think that very easily could have gone to him.
I think he thought it was going to be on him. 51-35, and Derek Sanchez at the free throw line once again. And he puts that in. So now he has 16 points. Trying to get back to that 21. 51-36, 2:48 to go. 4th quarter. So the Hilltoppers are going to win this ball game as Derek puts in the second. 17 points. Nico Garcia. Nico puts up the shot from the corner. 3-point off. Quickly down the floor. Here comes Derek. Derek Sanchez, ball gets knocked away from him. The ball's on the floor, picked up by Matt Gomez, and then Gomez goes under the basket with a reverse layup, and he puts it in for his 10th point. 51-39, 2:20 to go. Gavin Coy, they're all over Gavin, and this personal foul is going to go to DJ Aramillo.
No, they're going to give that to Gomez. I thought that was going to Jaramillo too, but they're going to give that to Gomez.
Oh, okay.
That is just his first, but that's going to send Coy to everybody's going to go to the free throw line from here on out.
Yes. So Gavin Coy, that's the 11th team foul. So both teams with 11 team fouls right now. And Gavin puts in the first. That is only Gavin's third third point of the ball game, but he'll shoot one more. 52-39. That's good.
Now we got 2:15 left. This could be a long 2:15, especially if we're going to start calling everything that. I think Coy brushed shirts with Matthew Gomez, and they blow the whistle on that.
We're going to give that to Gavin also?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, they did. That's the 12th team foul. And Matt Gomez at the free throw line.
Yeah, we could be here a while if they're going to call that.
Yes. So he has 10 points, make it 11. So he'll shoot one more. 2:14 remains. 53-40. Gomez's second shot is off, and Derek Sanchez gets the rebound. It's blocked by Roland Esch. Esch pulls down the loose ball, pass up the floor to Josiah Frescas. Frescas starts to go, gets it back to Roland. Roland lays it in.
Oh, man.
How about that? He pulls down the rebound, and then he's wide open under the basket on the other end. Phenomenal. So Matt Gomez taking it to the hole, and he's dropped it in for two. And then he's fouled. And that personal foul.
I think that's going to go to Ash.
They're going to go to Roland. Yes, it is. So that's his third. So Gomez puts it in. 3-point play, and now we're have a timeout taken by Benito Maestas.
And that's going to be a full. That's all it got left. So 147 remaining, 55-43. So Toppers with 12-point lead.
And I think, Mike, you're right. It's going to be a long 2 minutes.
It is. We're not off to a good start. That's for sure.
No, game's been very physical anyway, and so the referees are. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. But they call a lot of ticky tack, but they haven't been. Whoa, your mama!
Whoa! One of the cheerleaders doing her flip somersault or whatever you would call that, and then she almost didn't make it all the way around.
Yeah, in the Olympics that would have been a wipeout. But fortunately, she came down all right.
Well, what she needs to do is she needs to, accidentally take her grandfather's heart medication or whatever that Russian skater did.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Just accidentally taking somebody else's medication.
Yes.
That's too bad.
So we're ready to go, coming out of the timeout with 1:47 to go. 55-43. The Hilltoppers are going to inbound it at the timeline, and they're going to bring it into backcourt to Wesley Stanfield. Now they bring it across to Josiah Frescas, back to Wesley. Wesley over to Roland Esch. Esch fakes a three, gets away with a major walk. Hilltoppers get it now to Roland Esch out on, and Esch is manhandled by Matt Gomez. Gomez can't believe it.
Actually, for a second there, I wasn't sure who that foul was going to go to, Esch or Gomez. They had a handful of each other there.
Yeah, they really did. So Matt Gomez picks up his second, and then that is the 12th team foul on Pojoaque. And Roland Esch at the free throw line. So Roland has 12 points in the ball game, and he's going to shoot two. Whoa!
Oh man,
that went all the way down the bottom of the net and came back up. So he's going to fire one more with 1:33 to go, and this one also off. Rebound comes into Mario Barras. Barras tells everybody go on down the court. He's got this. As he comes up against Josiah Frescas, Matt Gomez gets it to Derek Sanchez. Derek wants to put up a three. Ryan Zeke on him. Gets a Matt Gomez. Now the 15-footer taken by, and this one is, let's see, the ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what they're going to, they're going to call somebody for a foul on the rebound. I was watching the ball going out of bounds. So Anyway, we're going to have a personal foul go to Matt Gomez. That's going to only be his third, but that is the 12th team foul. And 13th team foul, actually.
It's going to send Garcia to the line with 1:14 remaining.
Yeah, had not scored in this quarter, but he remedies that. So right now, let's see, he's got 16, 17 points. And Nico will shoot one more. Nico only a sophomore, 6-foot sophomore, and timeout. And Benito wants to take a full timeout. So let's see. That's he takes a full. So that leaves him with one. He has one full timeout remaining. And Pojoaque has 3, but of course, right now with a 14-point lead, it's not going to really make a whole lot of difference. Hilltoppers are only up by 3 at the half, but they outscored Pojoaque 12-2, Mike, in that third quarter. Wow. And then so far, let's see, the Hilltoppers have come up with 14, and the Pojoaque's come up with 19. So been a productive quarter for both of them. And 6 o'clock Monday night, they just announced. So the Hilltopper girls will take on the Pojoaque girls at 6 o'clock on Monday night, and that is the first round of the district tournament. So 6 o'clock Monday night, come on out and support the Hilltopper girls in the district tournament as they go up against Pojoaque for the third time. They just played Pojoaque last night. Derek Sanchez, Matt Gomez gets it out to Mario Barros. And so, I mean, Derek Sanchez shoots it he shot it from the 10-foot line of the volleyball court, which is, so he was probably about 30 feet out. Ends up shooting an air ball. Under a minute to go. 14-point lead for Los Alamos. Get it to Roland Esch. Esch has the ball knocked away from him. The ball's on the floor. Matt Gomez scoops it up, gets it up to Sanchez. Sanchez goes up. Whoa. And Ryan Zeke reaching in from behind, scoots the ball away. Where was the contact? Anyway, Ryan's going to pick up his 4th personal. And that is the 13th team foul on Los Alamos. So 13 fouls on both teams here in the second half. So 20 fouls so far on Pojoaque and 23 on Los Alamos in this ball game. So we got 43 fouls in this ball game. Derek Sanchez at the free throw line. So, well, he got a lot of free throws, I tell you.
Yeah, I'll have to count them. I'm not going to try to count them up right now. I'll count them later. But he spent a fair amount of time there. He's played the bulk of this second half with 4 fouls. And he's still on the court. Actually, he's going to come off now. I think the Elks probably going to raise the white flag at this point. Down by 12.
Yeah, Derek has 6 in a row here in the fourth quarter. Pass up the floor just to anybody. They get it to Wesley Stanfield. Stanfield just races down the floor and picks up the errant ball, which was just thrown down there. And Wesley just takes it in and lays it in. I mean, so now it's a 59-45 ball game. 14-point lead for Los Alamos with 15 seconds to go. And so the ball knocked into the backcourt by Pojoaque. Pojoaque now fouling on purpose.
11 seconds left in a 14-point game.
Unbelievable. And then they have that stupid 10 foul rule. You know, that's supposed to cut down on this fouling. Baloney. All it does is give the team that's ahead a chance to go further ahead. So right now it's Josiah Frescas at the free throw line for Los Alamos. Josiah has not scored in the ball game, which is unusual. And he's a good free throw shooter. And and he misses the first of two. Boy, he had some really clutch free throws the other day in that ball game, and so he's 1 for 2 from the line. So up the floor they come with 8 seconds to go. Matt Gomez is going to put up the three, and he cans it. And that will do it as the clock cranks down. So Matt Gomez ends it with 3. Let's see what they end up with for Matt. 10, 14, 15. I had 16 for Matt.
Yes, and 10 of those coming in that fourth quarter. But so nice fourth quarter there for Matt Gomez. But the Toppers take this one 60-48. So nice win to close out the regular season for Los Alamos. They will await possibly Pojoaque and maybe Moriarty next week in the second round of the District 2 4A championship tournament. So we'll see how that shakes out. But the Toppers finish in third place. They 5-3 district record, pretty solid district record. This is a very tough district. And, we were wondering.
We have that win over Espanola.
Yeah, huge victory over the Sun Devils. And Sun Devils and the Taos Tigers tonight playing for the district title, regular season title. So
yeah, and if depending on how it ends up, they might have to play each other again on Monday. I don't know where they'd play it. They normally would probably play it here, but they could play it down in Pojoaque.
Actually, no, they both have one loss heading into this game, so I think the winner was the district champion.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yes.
But in any event, the Toppers will await the winner of the first round between Pojoaque and Moriarty. Off the top of my head, I don't remember where that's going to be played. But anyway, Los Alamos.
The Taos Espanola game?
Pojoaque Moriarty.
Oh.
In the first round of the boys. I don't remember who's where.
No, that's going to be played in Pojoaque.
Oh, that's right. The Pinto boys really struggling this year. So, the Elks will host that game, and Los Alamos will await the winner of that contest. Pojoaque will be the pretty solid favorite heading into that one. And on the girls' side, Los Alamos will play on Monday at 6, I believe they said. Is that correct?
Yes.
So Los Alamos will play the Elkettes at 6 p.m. on Monday. So both the Pojoaque teams will be in action on Monday. But tonight, Gene, 60-48 victory by the Toppers. Great first half defensive effort, and then held the Elks just 2 points, 1 field goal in that third quarter, and that really helped propel them to the victory. Then putting in 23 points in that final quarter. Fair amount of those coming from the foul line, but great fourth quarter for Roland Ash. Actually, great second half there for Roland Ash, and they got, but he had plenty of help. Nice fourth quarter for Wesley Stanfield as well. So the Toppers able to put this one away, and we'll have a little bit of mojo heading into that district tournament. Los Alamos has been solid the second half of the district season, which is very good to see, and that included the big upset victory over the Sun Devils. So Los Alamos in pretty good shape heading into the postseason. Los Alamos, the boys have, I think, I dare say they have a pretty fair shot on an at-large bid for the state tournament. We'll see how all that shakes out. You really never know. And frankly, I've stopped betting on those. That's just, there's just no way to know exactly. But I think the Toppers have made a pretty good argument here during the district season for inclusion into the state tournament. But we'll just have to wait and see how that all shakes out. But solid ball game. Nice win tonight to close out the regular season by Los Alamos.
Yeah, it really was. And so the Hilltoppers winning this one 59-48. It was 59-45. And then Matt Gomez with just kind of let's forget it 3-pointer. That's a nice casual 3-pointer at the buzzer. And a nice shot, and he laid it in. And he ended up with 16 points, Mike. What's interesting is that they had made 48 points, and they split 35 of them between two players. So unbelievable. And then that was it. They only had 5 players score, and so it was actually the Derek Sanchez show, and then in the fourth quarter turned into Matt Gomez joined in. But the Hilltoppers had did you run down the Hilltopper scoring?
Yes, I've got that for you. Okay. And Toppers led tonight by Nico Garcia. He had 18 points, and he had 12 of those in the first half. But great offensive night for Nico, and then he had a big game on the defensive end as well. Played very, very well underneath the basket. And also for Los Alamos, Roland Ash, 14 points tonight for Roland. One of his best games of the season, and was very solid on both ends of the court as well. Actually, most of the toppers were, even the ones that didn't put up big offensive numbers, played their roles very well tonight. Really solid team effort over for the top to bottom for the toppers. Wesley Stanfield ended up with 7 points, 5 points for Ryan Zeke, and let's see, 4 points for Josh Woodson, 4 points for Gavin Coy, 4 for Owen Geiger, and 3 points for Elijah Ortiz, and a free throw right at the end by Josiah Fresquez to get in the scoring column. And as you said, basically it was a one-man show for most of the night for the Elks. Derek Sanchez ends up with 19, and then Matt Gomez got going in that fourth quarter, trying to keep his team alive. He ended up with 16 points. But Toppers win it. They are 15-11 on the season, 5-3 in district play. And the Elks dropped to 7-18 and 2-6 in district play. Regular season over. I have not wrapped my head around that, Gene, how quickly this season is gone.
Yeah, it's just roared by. Football season roared by, and then the basketball season. I cannot believe we just finished the final game of the regular season. And so anyway, but we start the district tournament next week, and so things will start for Los Alamos. Will start here at Griffith Gymnasium as the Hilltopper girls will take on Pojoaque once again for the third time. And they just played them last night, so they had a 3-day break, and they're going to go at it again. So, and a pretty good ball game in Pojoaque last night. And so that ball game on Monday will be at 6:00, and we will be here to bring you that ball game at 6:00. First round of the district tournament. So this is Gene Mortensen for Mike Mays and John McHale and Nate Limbach. And for Carol Clark of the Daily Post, thanks for her support and the Daily Post support. So have a great tomorrow, everybody. You make an even better Sunday. I don't know if anybody's still watching the Olympics or not, but anyway, have a fun day anyway. And just put a little love in your heart, and don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. Sweetie Pie, I love you so very, very much. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home.